You just bought a new truck and it's awesome, but the insurance is really high. This is like a 2006. Why is the insurance company charging me so much money for this truck or car or whatever you bought? Well, there could be a possibility that it's on the top 5 list of the most stolen cars. Today we're going to go over those. We're also going to go over the most common areas that vehicles are stolen. So if you're in either of these categories or you have one of these vehicles, that might be a reason that your insurance is ticking up a little bit. So before we dive into that, let's explain a couple pieces. If you are wondering like, okay, well, I got the insurance and one of these cars was on the list, or I live in this area, and the problem is I don't want full coverage on this vehicle, but they're still charging me an arm and a leg. It's not just the vehicle that they're worried about. It's more so what we call a profile. The area that you live in, your insurance score, your ability to have no accidents and tickets, the people around you. There's like a whole map. There's about 30 different things plus or more that are going to rate you on this policy. So those pieces are going to make a huge difference depending on which way you go. All right, just shut up. Let's just dive into the video. Number 1 is actually a category. It's the 2006 Ford pickup trucks. Those are highly sought after vehicles. They're great for business, great for work vehicles, but they're stolen. They are stolen a lot. And Ford, unfortunately, did not make the best key system to prevent people from stealing those. I've had lots of friends that have had Fords. Not to say that Ford is the only one that does this, but sometimes a screwdriver will start their vehicle. Number 2, the 2000 Honda Civic. This is funny because almost every year a Honda Civic is on this list. Hondas are probably the most sought after stolen vehicles around. One, you can take the engine out and put a race car in it. Those are fun, and no one's going to check the VIN that it's stolen, so people are commonly stealing those vehicles. They're not as difficult to steal as you would think because the electrical system and also the key system is not that high tech. As we get into the newer cars, the 2020s on up, even the 2010s are having more key-oriented and code-oriented codes to stop you from getting into the car to start it. Number 3, Chevy pickups. 2004 Chevy pickups, just like the Fords, are on that same list. Those are very common this year. So I actually started looking up more of this article and I verified this is correct because I'm like, what the crap are all these old vehicles on here? These are the most common. Actually, the first one was a 2006 Ford F-150. That was the specific one. The 2000 Honda Civic is actually second, and the third is the Silverado, specifically the 2004 model. So we're going into number 4, which guess what? Honda's in the market again. 1997 Honda Accord, and then followed by Nissan Altima, Toyota Corolla, Dodge Ram, GMC Sierra, and Honda CR-V. So these are the most common stolen vehicles. Let's go back and determine what was the most common areas. So the number 1 where reported 7,100 car thefts was Albuquerque, New Mexico. I can kind of see that. I don't know. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. Coming in the number 2, not really the number 2 spot, is Alaska. Anchorage, Alaska. It was 3,100 vehicles were stolen there, followed by Bakersfield, California, 6,700 car thefts. Colorado, in Pueblo, that is 1,170 car thefts, and Modesto or Modesto, whatever you want to say, of California, 3,400 car thefts. So there you have it. Those are the areas and the vehicles that are most common. I say 2021, but usually the data is from 2018, 19, and 20. So take it for what you will as far as that age range. I feel like Honda is almost always going to be in the most common. For some reason, people like to steal those vehicles. So if you have a Honda Civic or an Accord, that might be the reason that your insurance is higher. If you have an F-150, also another reason, especially if it's a newer vehicle, they're less likely to be stolen today, but there's still a want for those vehicles out there on the black market. Let me know what you guys thought below. If your car was stolen, what was the process that you went through? Also, if you guys want more tips like this, give me a thumbs up. I'm not exactly part of my channel, so it's something new I started trying to do just to get into some of the facts and the fun pieces that tie into the car insurance portion. Subscribe if you want more. I'm Mark with Think Insurance. I'll see you in the next one.